Well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, thank you.
So, does this feel a little bit better because you had to kind of work for it a little bit more than if you had maybe come in and won your debut? And
You know, yes, you can't be happy when there's a setback, but life is full of setbacks. And at the end, when you look at the whole picture, you know that those setbacks, those down slopes just gave you momentum to go back up.
what did you have to do to kind of regroup between that first fight and now?
Um, it's really been a mental struggle for me. There were a lot of times, like I think every fighter, you doubt yourself sometimes. You don't know if you made the right bad decision. Even if you're undefeated, as I was, there was still a lot of setbacks on the road. A lot of speed bumps, but no roadblocks. And after losing it again, I did feel in that fight, in the last fight, that I belong. I fought with a really high level fighter in Rafa. That was 12 and 0 before he got into the UFC, combated champion, and I think I gave him hell. But on the other hand, I didn't get that first debut win, and that's another thing in your mind that haunts you sometimes.
What did you think of your performance tonight?
I think it was a good performance as far as the two first round go. Third round, I had to really dig deep. I got tired, maybe trying to finish him too much in the first and second round. I wasn't overzealous like I was in the Rafa fight. That's a lesson I learned. Trying to throw bombs all the time and show how powerful I am. I don't need that to win a fight. I'm very technical. I'm sharp. I'm fast. I think I can win a fight in any way, shape, or form. But just when you see somebody's hurt, even if the game plan is not to finish him, like he's hurting, you're close to finishing him. Even for example, that first head kick I landed, and then he took me down, and I had the heel hook. You got to go for that heel hook. Like you got to put some force into it and intensity. If you're just going 50% to save energy, might as well not do it. So I spent some energy on submissions and energy on grappling and energy on striking. And at some point I was out of energy. But I think, again, I couldn't move as much anymore and feint and touch him. But I just had to bite down on my mouthpiece and throw heat back.
And was there anything about him that surprised you?
We knew it was going to be tough. We knew it wasn't going to go away easy. Things that surprised me, not really. My coaches told me how it's going to go down. That's how it went down. We knew third round is going to come at me, and he did. And yeah, again, it was about who wants it more. I wanted it more. I work harder. I had the first two rounds in the bag, and it was just about doing enough and showing him he can't just walk me down and get the W
And when do you want to get back in there?
as soon as possible.
Do you have an opponent in mind?
No, I don't have an opponent in mind, but they can all get it.
Thank you.
Right up here. The left hook seemed to be finding its mark all night. Is that something that you trained for coming into this, or did it just present itself tonight?
I train, I think, every technique under the sun. I thought the jab would land more. It happened to be the two, but it was the straight two. Like me and my coaches, we worked on it a lot, of course. The body kick, the head kick. I was looking to implement more leg kicks, but sometimes you see something happen and it doesn't work out quite that way. But that's why you got option B, C, D, E. We had a bunch of weapons, and we used what we could when we could.
And what did training in Japan do for your development as a martial artist?
Training in Japan for me, it's like who I am. I bring it. I bring the dojo in Japan to everywhere I go. in America, in Israel. It's like discipline. It's something else. Maybe I don't use the moves anymore as much, but the mindset is always there. It's who I am. It's the hardest time I ever had in my life was living in Japan. I trained there when I was 16. When I was 18, just a kid. I didn't even have money to eat. Training there for months, so that's something that made me who I am.
And finally, for me, you mentioned that you're going to be auctioning off your fight kit for Holocaust Survivor Fund. Just wonder if you could expand on that and speak to that a bit more and what it means to you.
This week was Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. So, like I said, if we would take 6 million Jews were murdered, and a lot more people. If you would take 1 minute of silence for every Jew that was murdered, we would have to be silent for 11 and a half years. What they went through was horrible. Some of them have survived it and are still here today. And whatever we can do to support it and bring attention to it. There are many causes, that are worthwhile. For me, this is the cause that I see right now. They're not going to be here forever. There's a lot of other causes that are important, but the Holocaust survivors, they're all very old, and they're not going to be here forever to tell their story and to remember those who are not here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Natan, congrats on the win. You look phenomenal tonight. Pretty exciting fight thus far.
Thank you.
The commentators were a little critical of, they thought you had Mike hurt, could have finished him. But obviously we don't know what you're thinking. So when it seemed like you had your guy hurt and you could have finished, you thought, let me be smart about this and fish for that takedown instead of spending too much energy?
Yeah, and what you see from here, you don't see from there. And what you see from there, you don't see from here. Sometimes, I thought he was hurt. Maybe you guys didn't think he was hurt. Maybe sometimes the crowd thought he was hurt and I didn't. That's why you got a corner, right? That's why they tell you things you can't see. And sometimes you make a call, listen to them, not listen to them, because you can see some things. So for me, it was listen to the corner, but also have my interpretation on it. And my coaches, Coach John always says, for example, what we say is like a recommendation. It's not an order. And sometimes, I thought he was hurt. I did go for it. I did throw harder shots. But also, I didn't want to just blow my load and then have nothing left for third round.
Excellent. And just for fun, in a week's time, your division is going to see the title on the line. A prediction, please, with Oliveira and Gaethje.
I think if Charles is as focused and hungry as he was in the title fight and the title defense, I think he's going to keep the title. But also, I know the crown is heavy, and he's probably got a lot of businesses right now and a lot of new things going for him. So can't lose that hunger if you want to stay champ.
All right. Thank you, sir. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.